On Christmas Eve, while the world celebrated love and warmth, a millionaire single father opened his door to find a homeless woman digging through his trash. What she whispered to him in that frozen silence would change not just her life, but his forever. Daniel was a man who had everything: money, power, respect. From the outside, his life looked perfect, but behind closed doors, his heart carried scars. His wife had passed away years earlier, leaving him to raise his little boy, Ethan, alone. Though Daniel built his wealth from scratch, loneliness was the price he paid for success. He showered Ethan with gifts and comfort, yet sometimes wondered if he was truly giving his son what mattered most: love and presence. On Christmas Eve, while neighbors laughed around fire pits and children sang on doorsteps, Daniel felt the silence of his mansion weigh heavy. He stepped outside, adjusting his coat against the chill. That's when he saw her, a woman shivering in a torn coat, her hands red from the freezing air, digging desperately through his trash bins. For a moment, Daniel was torn between shock and pity. Why here, at his doorstep, on a night meant for joy? He approached carefully, his voice gentle but firm. "Ma'am, are you all right?" The woman froze. Slowly, she lifted her head, her eyes swollen from tears. She held a half-eaten sandwich she had found in the bin, but she wasn't eating it. She clutched it close, as if protecting it. Her voice cracked as she whispered, "It's not for me. It's for my son. He hasn't eaten in 2 days." Those words struck Daniel like lightning. His mind flooded with memories of his own struggles, of the nights he once held Ethan as a baby, praying he could provide for him. He saw not a stranger, but a mother, carrying the same desperation he once felt. Daniel extended his hand. "Please, come inside." At first she shook her head, ashamed, afraid of pity, but Daniel's eyes carried no judgment, only compassion. Slowly, she followed him into the warm glow of his home. Inside, the woman's young son sat at the table with wide, hungry eyes. Daniel's boy, Ethan, shy at first, soon handed him a cookie from the plate. And just like that, 2 children who had lived in 2 very different worlds shared the same table, the same laughter. Daniel prepared plates of food, placing one gently in front of the woman. She hesitated, whispering, "Thank you," as tears streamed down her cheeks. That night, Daniel didn't just serve dinner. He listened. She told him about losing her job, about the rent she couldn't pay, about choosing between warmth and food. Every word cut deep into Daniel's soul. Ethan tugged at his father's sleeve and asked softly, "Daddy, can they stay with us tonight? Just for Christmas?" Daniel looked at the woman, at her boy, then back at his son. His heart, once locked away in grief, broke open again. That night, Daniel set 2 extra stockings by the fireplace. He gave the boy one of Ethan's wrapped gifts. And as they all sat together, for the first time in years, Daniel's home was filled not with silence, but with warmth, laughter, and love. The woman looked at Daniel, her voice trembling. "You don't know what this means. You saved us tonight." But Daniel shook his head, smiling softly. "No, you saved me. You reminded me what Christmas is truly about." In the wealth of riches, Daniel found the true treasure he had been missing. Not gold, not mansions, not success, but love, humanity, and the spirit of giving. On Christmas Eve, a millionaire and a homeless mother discovered the greatest gift of all: family. If this story touched your heart, remember, kindness costs nothing, but it can change everything. Sometimes the smallest act of compassion creates the biggest miracle.